Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to the Bridge with Kai channel. Today, for you, I have another hand that is just wacko in many different ways. There's so many different, concepts. 3-no Trump is one of the weirdest contracts there is. And this one is wild and wacky because there's so many ways to go down. There's so many ways to make. There's double dummy lines. We just need to take a look at all of it. It is so much fun. But before we get into this video, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to the Bridge of Kai YouTube channel so that we can continue to grow Bridge together. That is my ultimate goal in life right now. So if you would do that, I would really appreciate it. And hopefully we can get more people excited about Bridge with all the fun that we're having on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, so this is your hand. You are the dealer, and you have the pleasure of being able to playing with Kevin Rosenberg. So let's take a look at how we bid this one. You start out and you have to open. I opened one spade. You got 12 count 5 spades balanced. Open one spade. Kevin bids 2 clubs, game forcing 4 more clubs, possibly 3 or more clubs. Not necessarily sure of our style because we haven't really discussed all the nitty gritty, but clubs and game forcing. Pass, and I've got a balanced hand, so I just bid 2-no Trump. There is a style here where you rebid 2 spades as the default, and you invert the 2 spades into 2-no Trump meanings. It's just so much more logical to me that 2 spades shows 6, so 2-no Trump was what I decided to bid here. And then it goes pass, and Kevin just bids 3-no Trump, and you end up playing in 3-no Trump. And you get the opening lead of the 4 of diamonds. And we have to take a look, take some accounts on where our tricks are coming from. We have 2 spades, we have a heart, and we have 2 clubs. 5 tricks, we need 4 more. Yikes. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. We need to work really hard on this one. We could be getting some more tricks from spades, at most probably 3 if the spades do split 3-3. We could get some more tricks in clubs if the club finesse is onside, another trick in hearts. If the heart finesse is onside, we can also just knock out the king of hearts. But the suit that we are most concerned about overall is this sad little diamond suit that we've got going on here. It is fairly unfortunate, and that is pretty much what we've got to go with. They are leading diamonds, so it seems like they're trying to set up a diamond suit. This 4 is definitely 4th best, and it could either be a 5-card or 4-card suit. They could have some sort of thing with the 4 and the 3 at the end, and they would have a 5-card suit. Or they could just have a 4-card suit and 4 is their lowest card. Either way, best thing to do at this point is to play low on diamonds, and that is because we want East on lead. In order to prevent them from taking all these diamond tricks just off the top, we want East on lead so that if East has to lead diamonds, they lead into our king. Of course, we would prefer if they switch to something else because, I don't know, I would like a heart return. Please set up my heart suit. But also, if we played the king and East had the ace, then, well, uh-oh, the diamonds are running. So we duck because we're not happy, but we're content when East is on lead because we know that we are going to have a diamond stopper, or they're going to have to switch something else before they try to play diamonds again through me. So I played low, and then another diamond came through, and I'm like, oh, great. We are going to get a diamond trick here. So now we only need 3 more tricks. So what happened is West thought for a really long time, which definitely indicates that they do have the ace of diamonds, and they eventually play low. And I decided to win my 10. I think at this point, the clear reality to me is, especially when the 3 of diamonds is played, we know that West holds 3 diamonds and East no longer has any diamonds left. So the whole point of this hand is going to be to prevent West from getting on lead at all costs. We can't let them do that. So we need to try to find ways to set up tricks that prevent West from getting on lead. And the very clear thing that you can do here to avoid West getting on lead, but also try to work on setting up your tricks, is take the club finesse. So if we play a club, we take the finesse, and if it loses, we aren't that scared because we know that East is not going to be able to play a diamond because West had to have 5, and they're going to exit a spade. Now, we aren't necessarily happy here still because we just created 1 more trick. We've got 2 tricks. We still need 2 more tricks. And where are they coming from? It's just not existent. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing here. So how can we do this? How can we make this contract? Because we need 2 more tricks. We could get the heart finesse. And I didn't like the rest of my line here. I played the ace of spades when they played a spade, because if I played low, West had a very easy way to just win a trick and start running diamonds, and I couldn't let that happen. And at this point, I played the ace of hearts, and I'm like, East, I just have to play East for the king of hearts and set up a heart trick this way. But this doesn't do anything. This isn't going to set up tricks for me, which is the unfortunate thing. They just exit another spade, and I'm like, now I need to play the king. And I'm still stuck in this position where I've got 3 club tricks, 1 heart trick, but that's it. I don't have anything more. So I tried to do something that could have resembled some sort of squeeze, but in the end, I knew that East was never going to be pitching away hearts enough for my 8 of hearts to become good, which was my only hope, especially when the only thing left for me, especially when, sure, like, if East pitched a spade, then maybe my spade's set up, but how am I going to get back to the south hand? I have no entries to do so. So I kind of went out on a limb, and it just doesn't work. At this point, the only way for me to possibly make this contract still is if the spades split 3-3, and East is the one that holds the queen. So in order for me to make this contract, what I needed to do was I would play a spade, pitch the king of diamonds. They would have to take this. And when they exited a heart or something, I can pitch this diamond. I can get back to my hand with the 10 of clubs, and then I just have the rest of the tricks. That's what I needed at this point, but I was just so scared to do it because we were vulnerable. And if we just moved the queen and jack of spades around, if I exited a spade, now what would happen is I'm just skewered. I'm down 3. Like, I had all of these winners that were possible, and instead I just let them cash their diamonds. So I guess I went for a line that was just purely down 1 instead of deciding to go down 3, having a chance at going down 3. But I also sacrificed my chance at making the contract. But what I wanted to talk about here was on this hand, and most of these notes came from Kevin Rosenberg. I have to give credit where credit is due. I did not think up these ideas, but what he basically was saying was there's a really creative way to go about this avoidance play. I'm going to show us all of the hands here. So the first idea that I want to go over is what the defense's most powerful plan is. Firstly, it goes diamond to the jack, and then diamond, and West here should probably play the ace. It's 1 more trick, and I guess you can't necessarily know whether or not partner has another diamond. I understand the idea of playing low here, because if the 9 of diamonds was with the East hand, and West had entries, they could play another diamond. There certainly is an idea for that. But let's just say that it went ace of diamonds, and we were able to force out another diamond. Okay, what Kevin suggested here is the way to just demolish this contract in terms of any hope of making is to pitch the queen of spades. Why? It's because if we get back, like we go over with the spade and we take this club finesse like we did before, and then they exit a spade, right? What happens at this point, like, we're still at the same situation where we don't have enough tricks. The only way to get enough tricks for you to make the contract is to exit a spade, but now the jack of spades is high because the queen of spades isn't there. So there's absolutely no way for the declarer to make this contract. That's the idea that Kevin was going for. And another idea that he proposed was back at this point was when it went diamond here, the same concept applies when we are playing out spades, because what they can do is they can pitch the queen of spades early, and we would win it. And what would happen in the spades is a similar situation, is now the jack is high with the West hand. However, we can counter that same idea with the fact that if East puts in the queen of spades, we should just play low. Because now they're on lead. We lost the spade without putting West on lead. We did like an ultimate avoidance play here. We knew that East was going to win the trick. And now if they just play another spade, now our spades are set up, right? That's the idea that Kevin was proposing, is this interesting idea of, and it's all integral on East having the queen of spades, this idea, because if we swapped them around, and the same thing happened, you play the jack, it's not the same because, sure, there's a world where East holds both the queen and the jack of spades in this point, but if you play low, what West should do is they should overtake the queen because this is their entry, this is their in, and now they run diamonds. And this is, like, sure, of course, this is very difficult and very tricky and very double dummy and so many other things. But it's just such an interesting idea that East here is trying to get rid of the queen of spades to prevent themselves from being avoidance played, right? They're trying everything in their, with everything in their power to get their partner in, and how can the declarer thwart that? Now, let's go down this line again, because this is even crazier, because like as soon as Kevin saw this idea, explained this idea of the absolute way to set it, which was ace of diamonds, diamond, play another diamond, pitch the queen of spades so that you are never going to be stuck playing the queen of spades, and your partner's jack third is able to set things up. You can still make this contract with the proposed line that Kevin came up with. Let me see if I remember what it was. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. So what Kevin saw from this position, what declare could do, look, first, finesse the heart, goes king, and ace, and then we cash two spades, that eliminates East's spade suit. And then what you do is you don't finesse the club, you play a club to the ace, and then king, and then you make them exit hearts for you. So if you play the 10 of hearts, it goes heart, the 7 falls, very important, and now you can knock out the last heart, and you've got all of these tricks now. It's oh my gosh. And also, this also works even if you don't cover the king of hearts. Instead, it would go like this: queen, finesse, and hearts to the ace. And then you do the same thing. You cash both of these cards. And you play a club. And this looks even fancier in my opinion. You play club. You play the ace of clubs. You play club. It goes low. And then you exit a club. And now East is just end played, because if they play low, then it goes jack. And then we've got the 9 of clubs. And then they get 1 heart. But if they play the king first, then you get your jack later. So this is just a really fancy double dummy end play line that also can be, yeah. But the whole point of the hand is just keep East on lead, because eventually somehow they're going to get end played. You don't touch the suits yourselves. The end play follows these same principles, trying to let East in with the queen of spades if they have the queen of spades. Also a really good play. If not, you just play for spades to be 3-3 and East has the queen. Man, I don't know. This hand has me completely stumped, and yet I feel like I've learned so much from it, especially this idea of playing spades up, and if they just throw in the queen, trying to prevent themselves from getting end played, you know, you just let them have it then, and that helps you set up the suit whilst preventing West from getting cards. I don't know. It just felt deep, and it felt like I needed to share it. But if you did like it, please don't forget to like the video and comment your thoughts down below, especially Kevin, if I completely butchered what you said, which I feel like I did. It felt so much more genius when you said it. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Bridging with Kai YouTube channel, and we'll get some more crazy hands in like this. So yeah, keep on bridging, everyone. Have a great one. Bye!